Ghana is doing something incredible in the education sector, and this needs to be celebrated. African countries should learn from this. The government of Ghana has made education easier and accessible for everyone regardless of nationality, from the basic level to the senior high school level. No child in Ghana has no excuse for not attending school. Recently, the NDC government, led by John Dramani Mahama, is extending this initiative to the tertiary sector. Tertiary education in Ghana in the coming years will definitely be free, and it starts with the stress-free tuition initiative. Guys, before we continue, kindly give this video a like and share this with friends and family. Thank you. Now let's dive into the details. In Ghana, the government has implemented a no academic fee policy, making first-year university education in public institutions free for all Ghanaian students. This policy, launched in 2025, aims to increase access to higher education by removing financial barriers. Students can register for financial support through the Students' Loan Trust Fund portal. The government provides financial support to cover academic fees, ensuring students don't pay for tuition or facility user fees. Students can register for the program through the No Fees Stress portal. Students who may have already paid their fees for the 2025 academic year will be reimbursed. Funds are directly dispersed to the tertiary institutions through the Ghana Education Trust Fund, GET Fund. The policy aims to alleviate financial burdens on families and expand access to higher education.
We have free compulsory universal basic education in Ghana. And then we have introduced the free SHS program. So most parents do not pay anything for the education of their children until they finish senior high school. Then suddenly they are hit with the shock of having to cough up significant amounts of money to be able to put their children through tertiary education. And so we said, at least for the first year, give the child the opportunity to enter the institution without stress and get the opportunity to register onto the Student Loan Trust and apply for support to pay subsequent fees. So that was the thinking that went into the no fees stress policy. And I'm very happy that we are here today to launch it. I was watching on the social media and I saw students dancing and jumping. Some wanted to jump from upstairs. And the person who sent me the video, I said, why, what's wrong with these students? And he said, so they just got alerts for their no fee stress money. And so all of you who haven't applied, especially in the colleges of education, some people in colleges of education think that they are not part of it. All of you in the colleges of education, in nursing training colleges, in the public, all the other public tertiary institutions, you qualify for the no fee stress policy. And so now it gives me immense joy to join you here today in Koforidua, a city steeped in learning and leadership, to launch an initiative that speaks directly to the heart of our national aspirations, the right of every Ghanaian child to access tertiary education, regardless of family income, social background, or place of birth. Today we launched the No Fee Stress policy, a bold, equity-driven intervention designed to remove financial barriers to entry into public tertiary institutions. Beginning this academic year, the state will cover the academic-related fees of all first-year students admitted in our public universities, colleges of education, technical universities, and nursing training institutions, who in many cases would otherwise have had to forego their dreams for lack of funds. This policy is more than a budgetary item. It is a moral, constitutional, and developmental initiative. Far too many of our young people have worked hard to pass their exams and earn a place in our tertiary institutions, only to be turned away because their families cannot afford the upfront academic fees that have to be paid. Let the numbers speak for themselves. In 2022-2023 academic year, over 150,000 students were admitted to public tertiary institutions. Yet a significant number of thousands could not take up these admissions due to the inability to pay the academic-related fees. Data from the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission reveals that many more have had to defer or drop out of their programs each year for this very reason. A student in a college of education, for instance, receives a monthly allowance of 200 cedis in the 2024-25 academic year, but was expected to pay 1,362 Ghana cedis as admission fees. In nursing colleges, the fees were even higher. Receiving the same 200 cedis a month, they were required to pay 2,340 Ghana cedis as admission fees. The annual student loan of 2,550 cedis falls far short in covering university academic-related fees, which in some cases are as high as 8,000 cedis. And the tragedy is that they are required to pay these fees when they have not yet had the opportunity to register for the student loan scheme. These are not just statistics. Behind each number I mentioned is a face and a dream deferred. Tertiary education is not just about a certificate. It is the engine that powers a modern society. It is the engine that creates teachers, doctors, engineers, scientists, entrepreneurs, and public servants. It spurs innovation, it deepens civic responsibility, and fosters national identity. According to the World Bank, every additional year of tertiary education increases an individual's earning by up to 17% in developing countries. And yet, according to the 2021 Population and Housing Census of Ghana, only 18% of Ghanaians aged 18 and above have completed tertiary education. This means over 80% of our adult population lacks post-secondary qualification. In a nation that is striving to build a resilient, knowledge-driven economy, this gap is one we cannot afford to maintain. The no-fee stress policy has been designed with deliberate inclusivity and scalability. Its key components include the no academic fees policy. Under this policy, the government will cover the academic-related fees for all first-year students admitted to public tertiary institutions. Then the second of the no-fee stress policy is the Student Loan Plus initiative. This is a restructured financing model that provides enhanced support for continuing students with expanded eligibility and simplified access. And as you were just informed, next year, the money allocated to the student loan scheme is going to be doubled. And so you will also expect a doubling of your student loan. Then we also have the free tertiary education for persons with disability. To ensure full inclusion and compliance with our obligations under the Disability Act, all persons with disability shall have free tertiary education from first year until they complete. And as I told you already, there will be increased student loan amounts which will reflect the real cost of tertiary education, and it will be adjusted annually for inflation. We also have diversified student funding mechanism, including targeted scholarships for underrepresented communities and disciplines that are vital to our national development. In addition, students in fee-paying programs without regular track equivalents will receive a reimbursement of up to 2,500 cedis for their academic fees. Ladies and gentlemen, this policy is complementary, it's not substitutionary. It does not replace existing allowances and loans, but it lightens the heaviest burden, that is the cost of entry, that keeps thousands of brilliant students outside the gates of institutions like this. This policy is not about welfare, It is about fairness. It is about restoring dignity to the Ghanaian student. It is about affirming that the right to education is not a privilege for only the wealthy, but it's a shared national inheritance.